I feel the incidents we staged led to some improvements, he said. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Jussie Smollett.
Boy. Yeah,
it's before Jussie.
That's a Jussie Smollett.
BJ,
movie.
Before Jussie.
God damn.
That guy stuck to his story. Even the guys who beat up the person, even when they flipped, after they flipped, he stuck to his story. Is that an actor or is that an actor?
Bro, he showed up at the hotel
like that.
and had the noose still around his neck. That's what happens when you let actors write the scripts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Amber Heard when she was on trial with Depp. Like, kind of similar. Like,
right.
Like, when you let the actors write the script, you're like, whoa. Hold up.
What happened now?
Come on. What is this? Netflix sets Jussie Smollett documentary with new evidence. Alleged hate crime hoax might be a true story. Oh.
He never backtracked on it.
Is this real? Who's funding this?
This is new. I just Googled his name, and there's like the last 2 days there's stories about this doc. It could just be to promote the documentary.
Whoever his PR team is. Congratulations. You guys rule.
It should be at least a documentary.
Yeah. What do you got there? Little tiny cigars?
Yeah, little tiny ones.
You got a big one too.
Yeah.
You're mixing it up.
I'm mixing it up.
You're not sure what you want?
No, this is before I go on. Usually, I just don't want to. I don't want to take the commitment to this.
Oh, I feel you. Give me one of them little ones. I like those little ones. Ron White has those.
They're fantastic. Monte Cristos.
They're good because, like, if you don't want to commit to a full cigar, like right before we go on stage, but Ron White inhales these bitches.
Does he really?
Like an animal.
And you're gonna tell me it cures his lower back?
Nope. Well, he plays golf, so he must have a good lower back. You know. By the way,
that swing.
Speaking of which, I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night. It's fucking hilarious.
I like it too. I just watched it.
I love Adam Sandler. I love those movies because you know exactly what you're gonna get. They're always fun. Like, critics hate them, but it's more information that you get that critics suck.
I love him too.
They're great.
I think he's great.
They're fucking fun.
I think he's great, and what I love about him is he doesn't care, and he just keeps moving with what he wants to do. With his people. He has a group of people that he loves and that are creative, and that he just keeps going with it. Yeah. And I think he's very funny anyway.
He's very funny. I saw his stand-up live in Vegas once. Him and Rob Schneider, they killed. It was really fun. I hadn't seen Adam in forever. I hadn't seen him since we did Zookeeper together, which was like, it had to be like 15 years ago. Somewhere around then. So he's got the same people that he always works with. He's got the same directors he always works with. He's always working with Spade and Schneider and all the guys he knows. Yeah. So it's like real fun on the set. Yeah. Everybody's friendly. Same as Kevin James. He does. Kevin James rocks it the exact same way. You go to his set. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's having fun. There's no weird fucking ego bullshit with the actors. Everybody's pals. They're all pals. They all write for each other. So they're all sitting around like when we're doing table reads, everyone's laughing, cracking jokes, they're adding lines. Yeah. Good times. Yeah. Good times.
And that's how you make the best stuff.
It's the best stuff.
When it's loose and playful and fun and everybody can be creative and there's no weirdness there.
The enemy of comedy is tension. Always. Like the tension you have between like coworkers. Like this is like, you know, Phil Hartman told me that Saturday Night Live was like the most stressful thing that he ever did in his life because there was so much tension because everybody behind the scene was backstabbing everybody.
That's nuts.
And Brewer says the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you ever heard Brewer talk about it?
Brewer's a good dude, man.
He's the best.
He's really a good guy. I was on the road with him a little bit. He's a really good guy and very like the quintessential theater act. Like you see him in a theater, I'd go watch him after I was done with my set and it's like he fills the space. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's a great theater act.
Right, he's a big act.
Yes.
Right, like the big stage is actually great for his act. Right. But he murders in clubs. He'll murder in an arena. He's a old school. He's a great person too. Like what I love about him is like he had no desire to be like super famous. No desire. All he wanted to do is kill. All he wanted to do is be great at comedy and just live in his own world. He lived in Jersey in a nice suburban community, just chilled. Yeah. Didn't need fancy cars or any bullshit. He just loves being funny.
I love that. I love the idea of just like waking up every day and it's like, how can I be better?
Yeah.
I love that.
You know who's the best at that? Attell. And maybe the best comic alive. Yeah. And maybe one of the, in my book, top 5, top 6 of all time.
Yes, for sure.
And he's effortless.
Yes.
Effortless.
But he's always working on his act, which is kind of torturous. Mm-hmm. It's a torturous thing. If you're always you're always working on it, and it's like it's never done. It's always like you're in the mix. You're like, I don't know. And it's like
But if that's what you love, if that's what you love to do, then it's great. It's like you have to teach yourself that that's what you love to do.
Right.
Instead of like, God, I can't wait till this hour is ready. Like right now, I really only have like 40 minutes. Maybe I could do 45. I could do like 45 minutes, which is like a year after my special. But once you get it down, it's sloppy. There's some shit in there that like needs some work.
But there you have, like, even if you're going to go back and make corrections on it, you have the scaffolding for it, which is very important. It's like the scaffolding. It's like that kind of hard stuff is done. Not that new stuff won't come in. It might still come in, but you have the scaffolding for it now. Now
that's
it's like
exactly how I describe it. I'm so glad you said it that way. That's what all joke structure is, like scaffolding, and then inside you put the funny. Yeah. Like you have to have a premise, a thing you think is ridiculous, and then that's your scaffolding, and then it's all your perspectives on it.
Right.
You know who was the best at that? Richard Jeni.
I was just thinking about him this morning.
Dude.
I was just thinking about him in terms of a comic that, I don't know if you knew him or not, but like I watched him as a kid, and he blew me away with how good he was. He was so good. And then I talked to Attell in New York. He's like, he was the guy.
He was the guy.
He was really the guy.
In the 1980s, he was the guy. I apologize if you've heard me tell the story before, people. But he worked at Eastside Comedy Club, and he was there for the weekend. And I went there on Sunday, and this dude, Pete, who was the MC, was depressed. I go, why are you depressed? He goes, because Richard Jeni did a totally different hour, both shows Friday and both shows Saturday. Never repeated a joke and fucking murdered. And he goes, and I want to quit comedy.
That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, people like that'll frustrate you.
Yeah.
You know, as a comic. But watching him as a kid, I was like, this is the... Because we're Italians.
Yep.
So we're watching it as... But he's funny no matter what.
Yeah.
But just especially from being an Italian family and watching him, I'm like, this is the funniest thing. We were dying. We'd quote him.
He was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good. And you had to see him live. It's one of those things, like you see, he's got some great specials. A Steaming Pile of Me is great.
Platypus Man.
That's great. I
And
remember
his first one was The Boy from New York City.
That's great too.
It's a great one. He has that Jaws story about being on the road and being so bored and watching the movie Jaws. Jaws just hits you in the face with how stupid it is. It's such a great bit, and it's so punched up all the way through, and I absolutely love that.
He was the best, what I was getting at, as maximizing the scaffolding. He would take a bit and he would find every possible angle. And right when you thought he was done, it would get funnier.
Yeah.
It would go deeper and funnier and more ridiculous. And there'd be callbacks. And he was so good. But he fucking hated the fact that he wasn't Jim Carrey. He hated the fact that he wasn't a movie star. He wanted to be a sitcom star. Right. So he did a show on UPN, Platypus Man, same as a special. They called it that. And then that didn't... UPN was like... It was a new network, and nobody was watching it. It was one of those things, just like, if you had a show there, it's like, now you can't have a show on NBC. You know what I mean? It's not that good.
And the network's not getting any eyes.
Exactly. Right. But it was okay, you know, and it lasted a little bit. And then he did The Mask with Jim Carrey. He did some other stuff, but...
He was good in that. He's a good actor.
He's a good actor, but he didn't have the classic good looks that would... Not that you need him. Like, look at Rodney. He didn't have it either.
Right.
Or John Lovitz didn't have it either. But it's like, he wanted to be a movie star. And he was bummed out that he was on the road all the time. And I would, every time I would do radio, you know, there was always like the guy that would drive you. And I would be like, who's the most miserable fuck you ever have to drive? And they all said Richard Jeni.
Oh my God.
They all said that.
Yeah.
I go, no. It was me. It was like a stake in my heart. Yeah. No, he's the best.
There's got to be an opposite. If you're the funniest guy, like there's got to be an opposite to that.
Exactly. You know? There's a disdain and an anger and a frustration, but it led him to be a fucking genius comedian, man.
And no one talks about him anymore. I don't feel like anyone talks about him anymore.
I try to carry the torch. I really do, because he affected me a lot when I was a kid. I remember I used to one time I was an open micer, and I found myself, I physically got sick. I was like, oh no, I sounded exactly like him on stage. Yeah. Like I was copying him. I was like, oh no, don't do that. But it's just because I loved him so much. I was such a fan.
But as soon as that happens, it goes, I got to stop listening to this guy. I got to get away from him. I got to stop listening to him.
Exactly. But it was just, I just wanted to be him. I admired him so much. I wanted to be like him.
But that's such a great thing with the scaffolding, and it's like punched up all the way through, and then just walking up there and knowing it's like, I'm about to let this loose on this crowd.
Yes.
And it's like watching them react to it. It's like they're doubled over, and you just keep coming at. It's like when if you're fighting somebody like a boxer, like a Pacquiao in his prime, where he'd turn you he'd hit you 3 times, turn you, hit you 3 times, turn you, and then hit you 3 more, and you're like, I can't move.
Right.
Like, there's no defense to this.
Right.
So that's what like that is like just keep coming with punches, and it's unreal.
I love a big chunk like that. Like, one of my favorite bits of the last few years, Brian Simpson has this bit about the song Wet Ass Pussy, but it goes all the way back to Queen Elizabeth. It's like this amazing long bit. I don't want to ruin it, but the end of it is fucking... He wraps it up with a bow. It's his closer.
I love that.
It's so good.
I love it.
I would leave the green room when I knew he was going to close just so I could watch the Wet Ass Pussy. But I would ask him to do it, please. I go, please do the Wet Ass Pussy bit, please. Because it was such a... It's like a but Brian's a real writer. Like, Brian sits down and writes, which is one of the things that I always try to tell young guys. I'm like, I know you like to write on stage. I know you write when you're with your friends. I know you come up with great premises and you work them out on stage. But that extra step of sitting down and writing